folks. Hello to those who are joining us through the SEN app as we announce the grand final teams. Okay, timing is everything. The Melbourne Storm, their team is in and it looks pretty healthy. The fullback, Ryan Pappenhausen, the wingers, Will Warbrick and the tall timber of Xavier Coates. Howarth and Meaney are your centres. What about this halves pairing? What a remarkable comeback from Hughes. He'll be the halfback, Munster the 5'8". Stefano, very chatty, Tukamanu. He's up front in jersey number 8. Josh King, jersey number 10. The captain, Harold Grant at dummy half. Sean Blore in the back row. He had a bench number on last week, but he's named in jumper number 11. Eli Katoa, number 12. Trent Liero, the lock. And the interchange bench, Tyron Wishart. Tyron Wishart looking to grab a premiership, which his dad, the great Rod, just fell short of. Adavalo Lasardi is on the bench. Tui Kamakamitha and Alec McDonald. At this stage, the reserves, Grant Anderson, Bronson Garlick, Joe Chan, Jonah Pezzett, and Sua Falongo, the coach, in his 11th grand final, a record-breaking 11 grand finals, is Coach Craig Bellamy. Taking on the Broncos, which ironically where he did his apprenticeship, Craig Bellamy, Brian.
Yes, pretty similar team that rolled out against the Penny Panthers. So fullback Walsh, wingers Karapani and Mariner, your man. Centers Staggs, Shibasaki. Halves, the oldest halves.
Yep.
In a long time.
Probably ever.
Hunt, Reynolds. What did you say?
It's combined 70.
70, there you go. Forward pack, Jensen up front with Payne Haas. Your hooker is Pakes. So they've decided to stick with the same team. Piakura, Tricky Ricky Jordan in the back row. Patrick Carrigan is at lock. Your bench, Mam, Hetherington, the big fella, Willison. And the blender, Smoothie at number 17. Jesse Arthurs, Jack Gashevsky, and poor old Ben Tolte, who had done such a great job. He, unfortunately, is going to be wearing jersey number 20. And the match officials, for all those people out there who say we should give kudos to them, Grant Atkins in his first grand final.
Oh, well done.
Ashley Klein will be the senior review official, which means AKA Bunkerville. Touch judges, Chris Sutton and Davey Munro is the other touch judge.
Okay, there you go. The Munster-Hughes partnership, 61 years combined. So they're not exactly spring chickens either, Brian, but 70 years between Reynolds and Hunt. By the way, Ben Hunt, he will play game 355, and that'll be the third most capped of all time, levelling Darren Lockyer.
Yeah, I got a feeling if they salute, this might be the way to get out. He might retire after this game.
Really?
Well, it's a good way to go out.
It's a great way to go out.
You know what I'm thinking too? Remember in the Origins, we used to have this back in the 80s, late 80s, early 90s, they'd put the pack weights up.
Yeah.
I want to see the pack weights.
The pack weights.
Bring the pack weights back.
That's
Who do you reckon the pack weights, who do you reckon would be heavier?
Who would be heavier starting pack?
Well, I'm going to say, you know what I'm going for?
Mm.
I'm going for the Bronx. I think Patrick Carrigan gets them over the line.
Oh.
It's a big pack.
It's a big pack. I don't know. There wouldn't be much in that. Just by the way, Brian, so it is 10 years for Ben Hunt. And if he is to be starting in the halves, if you're Melbourne, are you trying to kick to him? I know it's a lot of water under the bridge, but are you trying to kick off to him? If that's going to get a lot of noise.
A little bit of...
yeah, would you do the very first kick-off of the game, would you do that?
I don't know what you think about it. You know where I want to go. I want to go to the posts.
I know.
That's my go. No one seems to be picking up on that.
No.
Or would you save it? Would you just keep
for later in the game?
For later in the game. Would you keep him out of it?
But by then he might move to dummy half. So that's what I'm saying. Anyway, that's all a battle of the mind, folks. It's the 10th match between the sides when it comes to finals. The second grand final, 2006, was when the Broncos last won. So 15 points to 8. They were outsiders for that game. And Craig Bellamy, who would have been part of that campaign, I would have thought, or he would have been. Craig Bellamy, of course, the Storm coach on the night. He was coaching against the Broncos on that night. 17 of their past 19 games in this fixture, the Melbourne Storm have won.
Yeah, they got him the last time they played, albeit that's when Jerome did his shoulder, did he broke his arm. So that was, and Harold wasn't playing, Stefano wasn't playing.
Yep.
They had Howarth wasn't playing, but on the other side, no Reynolds. No Ezra.
Correct.
So probably evens it up. Pretty much evens it up.
Correct. And as we know, the great rivalry back in the day, St George Dragons, before they were St George Illawarra, 11 straight premierships. Those premierships bookended by a great rival in South Sydney who won the year before and the year after that run. Melbourne looking to do the same to the Panthers, trying to bookend their great run of 4 straight premierships. So can they do that? Well, last time they played the Melbourne Storm, it has not been a kind date. October 5. Do you know what happened that day, Brian? In 2008.
2008, I'm saying they lapped them.
The last time they played on October 5, 2008, the Storm got lapped 40 blot.
Oh, by Manly.
Beaver
Just
Menzies. Final game.
Who scored 3 that day?
Robbo. Michael Robertson.
Probably could have scored 4.
Could have got 4.
Didn't have to. He had boring Beaver inside looking for the ball.
He did. 2020 Clive Churchill medal winner, that was Ryan Pappenhausen. He's the only player on this field on Sunday to have won a Clive to play on Sunday. Will he keep it that way and get a second Clive, or will somebody else scoop it? Brad Clyde has 2, Billy Slater has 2, Nathan Cleary has 2 Clives as well.
Now, you're on a roll here, Shaw. Give me the grand final experience. Who's played the most grand finals?
Oh, between the teams?
Yep. Who's got the most grand final experience? I think I'm just counted here. Have they got 9? Pretty sure there's 9.
Who's they?
Broncos.
Munster's going for his 5th grand final.
Walsh
is probably the
Walsh,
most.
Staggs, Hunt, Reynolds. Jensen, I'm saying yes. Haas, Pikura, Ricky, Carrigan, Mam.
I don't think Willison was there.
5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, about 10, I reckon.
About 10. I just want to see the grand final experience. It's pretty even, because the only one who's been there, as you mentioned, was Munster.
Yep.
The last time they won.
Yep.
Isn't that a stat?
Who's the only player? I've asked you this before, Brian, but have you been paying attention? Who's the only player currently that plays in the National Rugby League who has in their cabinet a Clive Churchill medal and a Dally M medal?
Ooh. A Clive.
They're not playing in this game.
No. A Clive.
And a Dally M.
Is he a former Raider?
Yep.
Jackie Whiten.
With Tedesco pulling out, is he a little sneaky or no?
No, I think they've moved on from Jack.
They've moved on from Jack? He wouldn't let you down.
No, he wouldn't let you down.
No.
But no, I think there's going to be a Smoky from somewhere. Maybe Stranger's the Smoky.
Were you telling me the Munster chat? Who was telling me the Munster chat? Somebody was saying to me that Munster's played this is like his 10th season or something, and this is his 5th grand final. And they said, "Oh, how good's that? How good's that, Cam?" He goes, "Oh, yeah, but I've only won. How many grand finals would you say he's won? He won 2017 and 2020. He's won 2, hasn't he? Yeah.
2 out of 5.
This will be his 5th grand final.
Meatloaf said that. 2 out of 5 ain't bad.
Don't be sad. Don't be sad.
This is a flip of a coin, isn't it, this game?
Oh, I'm skewing purple.
I am skewing purple, but only for the fact that, as we said, they've got threats everywhere. At the ruck.
Yep.
They've got threats on the wing, on the edges, where I feel that the Broncos, a lot of it comes around Walsh.
Yep.
A lot of it's around Walsh going to, because they don't really have much dummy half sort of strengths.
They're the best in the business for a plan. So Ben Barber was destroying the whole competition. I think you'll find it was the only game that year that he hadn't scored or at least had a try assist. Ben Barber was that grand final. And what Reece Walsh does, Reece Walsh is at his absolute best when he goes to the 3-man. Now, what's the 3-man? The 3-man, folks, is the defender who's 3 in. They call that person the 3-man. Reece Walsh wants to get one-on-one with them, put the accelerator on, get to their outside, and where the carnage happens is the 2-man takes the cheese off the trap and they can't help themselves. Yeah. They come in and help the 3-man, and that's when he burns you. So I'd be tempted as the 3-man. I know this is sounding very jargony. Technical. I'd be standing extra wide to accommodate that speed. You know he's going to want to take you out. Then you've got to back the person inside you.
Well, that's the challenge.
That's the challenge.
I noticed that.
And then you've got to say to the 2-man and the winger, listen, you've just got to stay off him.
Yeah.
You've got to stay on your player. You have to stay off him and trust that we're going to do it. So if I'm the 3-man, I'm giving myself extra room to know that he's going to skip on the outside, but then I need that back rower up my Shaminda.
Who has to work. But then the problem is, because he's so quick and they can bring blokes under, if you overchase, then it becomes, then it's your front rower inside you.
I know, but 9 times out of 10, he wants to go in on you and out. 9 times out of 10.
The Broncos did a terrific job, I noticed, defending really wide at 8, like enticing Mitch Kenny to run.
Yeah.
And he never ran, which allowed them to then get to Cleary.
Well, they did. Melbourne did that to Mick Ennis. So Mick Ennis finished his career as a great runner of the football, but when they played in 2012, Mick wasn't running the ball at all. So, and I've spoken to the Melbourne cohort around this. They had really wide A's, almost saying,
there you
go for your life. So what that did was it pushed everyone out further to negate Barber.
Well, that's what Broncos did on.
Yeah.
When I was watching it, I was going, why don't they look at this? Because Nathan was actually playing inside.
Yeah.
Early on, because he couldn't help it. He saw this giant gap between the ruck. And defender A, but it was all part of a plan. You can't be doing that when Harold's there.
No.
You're going to have to change the way, especially they've got to be really tight. Remember last year when you said to me, short side, Harry will score first try?
Yep.
Are you going to regurgitate
Mate, I'll tell you,
that again?
Ryan Pappenhausen is going to score. I've had the high camera out, Brian. Ryan Pappenhausen will score, and I'll tell you why.
Okay, making a break or just backing up?
Off a kick.
All right.
Off a kick. So I've had the high camera out this morning, and
looking at who?
Looking at Reece Walsh defensively.
In Pitt Street Mall?
Peering.
Oh, no, sorry.
Peering.
Gotcha.
Mate, he does a lot in attack, Reece Walsh, and clearly he's a massive weapon. But he's a power athlete, and he conserves a lot of energy when he's at the back of the field, and he does miss his assignment. If you go back and watch that game, there is many opportunities with that kick.
Short kicking.
Go back to Canberra. Ricky Stewart was all over it. Hudson Young scored off a kick. Sebastian Chris scored off a kick. It's very gettable. It's very gettable.
Are we talking Munster Pappenhausen like we saw down in Melbourne on Friday?
That's what I was going to say.
In the line,
well,
left
Harry's
foot in.
Mate, Kennedy was half a step out of the way, and they found that. Munster pointed. He said, we got him. And then Pap comes streaming through. There will be many opportunities where they will have Walsh in a precarious situation. So Ryan Pappenhausen will be scoring in the grand final and will be scoring off a kick.
Oh, Dan's come at us.
Yep.
We're both numbnuts. Munster is on his 6th grand final.
Okay.
16, 17, 18, 20, 24, 25. That's 6.
That's
Good
right.
on you, Dan. Well done. That was an obvious error.
Obvious error.
There we go. Yeah, it's going to be a great grand final.
Cannot wait for that. Cannot wait. Trent Liero, game 100. That'll be the last thing you'll be thinking about with that milestone. He won't be getting his own banner for this one, I wouldn't have thought, Brian. Xavier Coates, 17 tries from 32 games with the Broncos. 17, so that's right. They pinched him, didn't they? They don't pinch too many, the Melbourne Storm, but they pinched Xavier Coates.
I've got a big rap on this bloke, and we had him on the show, Karapani. Where did he come from? Was he playing in Q Cup?
Was he any South?
Well, he's not a whippersnapper. Well, he's 23.
Yeah. But where did Madge grab him from?
I think he was the South.
He played for the South SG Ball Save. Yep.
Okay.
For 3 years.
South Rabbitohs.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
He's got one of those steps. It's not quite Fittler-like, but it's that left foot that he gets quicker as he goes. You know, most blokes, when they step, they slow down.
Yep.
Karapani's got that left foot step. Whack.
Who would you take if you did bank on Cobbo, which they haven't, clearly? Cobbo's not in the mix. Would you take Mariner out or Karapani out? Who do you trust more of the two?
Karapani.
Karapani.
What I've seen of him.
And what about Cleary was peppering him the whole game, and every time up to the assignment,
He did
bang.
drop one. He dropped one coming out of trouble, but who hasn't?
No, that's right.
But then he saved the try on Paul Alamonte.
You love that, don't you? You've mentioned him saving that try 15 times.
If he scores, it's 20-0.
That's right.
They do not come back from that.
That's right.
He made the error. I just thought it was exactly the same play. So he made the error.
Yep.
He came over to the right side. He was playing left wing. They made the error, and he came over and was out of position, but still managed to get there. I know I'm rapping him.
Brian, if I was a winger, because I was a fullback 51.4% of the time, so I'm a fullback. But if I was a winger, when you make a mistake on the wing, there is nothing worse because you've got no control of most of the set, and it's all on the back of your error. And the relief you experience, if I was a winger, I would experience that. When you get the ball back and you survive having not let the try in, it is so relieving.
I can imagine.
Oh, it's a shocker.
Did you ever get the get out of the way winger? Go for a run. Get out of the way.
Get out of the way, mate. Get out of the way. Let's talk about these Broncos. Reece Walsh, Broncos Jr. You forget he went 3 years at the Warriors, Brian.
Yep. No, I didn't forget that.
3-year deal. Or, sorry, he signed a 3-year deal,
Yeah.
but he only spent 2. Did he? I don't think he played a game for the Warriors in New Zealand, did he?
No, he was over here. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Did he leave because he was naughty?
Homesick, I think.
No. Did he leave Brisbane? Was he, I know
Oh,
he was a baby.
yeah, naughty.
He was naughty, and
Yeah.
so they said move over there. And I think Gus had something to do it. Pretty sure.
This is his second grand final. He was very good in their comeback as well. Katoni Staggs. He's re-signed to a long-term deal with the Broncos to the end of 2028. It's his second grand final as well. Gemet Shibasaki, I'm saying he didn't play. This would be his first grand final, Gemet, wouldn't it?
Correct?
Yep.
Correct. What a season he's had.
If imagine this. Origin
Yep.
gets stood down.
What about Match
Shaves the
2?
goatee.
Yeah.
Gets the goatee.
That was controversial.
Tell you what, also Renault looked a different person.
Yeah.
Adam Reynolds, he looked 12.
He did.
Have you noticed? It was very clean shaven.
He did. And, of course, as we've said, Ben Hunt, game 355 to level up with Reynolds. Game 309 for Adam Reynolds in his fourth grand final, Brian. I did hear the start of that chat.
I did. I asked him a third because I was trying to think.
Which one did you miss?
I missed the one.
The Panthers?
Panthers.
Yeah.
I knew we saluted in there, and I just forgot about the Panthers.
Mm.
Did he throw the? No, it was Cody throwing the intercept.
He's played 21 times against the Storm. 3 wins.
Yuck.
3 wins.
The 9-day turnaround's going to be huge too, isn't it?
Huge. Absolutely huge.
This will be the excuse coming from Brisbane.
Yep.
They get rolled.
We've got Paddy Carrigan, the 2022 Wally Lewis medalist. You've got the 2024 Wally Lewis medalist in Cameron Munster, who won 2023. Brooks, we better find that out.
Angus?
To join Angus Crichton.
Crichton, yeah.
Angus Crichton. And, of course, Carrigan missed the prelim due to suspension. And as we said, can he do a Glenn Stewart? Tyson Smoothie, you forget, Brian. He was ex-Storm.
Yes. Yep. No, he had a beauty last week. I thought he was really good. Willerton.
Oh, he did play in the 2023 grand final. Wow. I forgot about that. 1-300-01-1170. What a way for Tyson Smoothie if he can win the grand final on his way to Wakefield Trinity, the Wildcats. We'll see how that plays out. And poor old Tolte Towers, Ben Tolte, at this stage, not in the 17, Ben Tolte. So
I don't think he should be Tolte about it. I think he should just get up and just support. Just get up and just say, come on, mate.
What, you're still here? Well, you can see more on the Joel and Fletch socials and catch us live on SEN Radio, you beautiful humans.